Hello everyone, this video is in continuity with the previous video of chapter Pollination and Fertilization. In that video, we have discussed cross-pollination, agents of cross-pollination along with its advantages and disadvantages. Now, in this video, we will discuss fertilization process and number of events that takes place during fertilization, structure of pollen grain and structure of ovule. We will also discuss post-fertilization changes that take place during process of fertilization, fruits and its biological significance, seeds and its biological significance. Now students, open page number 4.6 of your books. Fertilization is a fusion of male and female gametes leading to the formation of zygote. If we talk about plants, pollen grain contain male gametes, whereas ovule contains female gamete. During the process of fertilization, male gamete gets transferred to female reproductive parts and leading to the formation of zygote, which finally forms an embryo. Now students, as we have discussed, pollen grain contains male gamete. Pollen grain is a microscopic structure covered by two layers. If we talk about two layers, outer layer is called exine, which is thick and hard, and inner layer is called entine, which is thin and soft. Now students, look at figure 4.10 of your books. This is structure of pollen grain. This is outermost layer called exine, which is thick and hard. This is innermost layer called entine, which is thin and soft. At some places this exine is absent, which is called germ pore. It is through this germ pore this pollen tube emerges out. Here you can see one tube nucleus and one generative nucleus. This tube nucleus controls the growth of pollen tube, and generative nucleus divides by process of mitosis to form two male gametes. One male gamete fuses with egg cell to form zygote, and another male gamete fuses with polar nuclei to form endosperm. Now students, let's discuss structure of ovule. Ovule is a small structure present in the ovary. It is attached to the placenta by a stalk called funicle. The funicle provides nourishment to the ovule. Ovule is covered by two protective layers called integuments. It bears a small opening called micropyle at one end. It is through this micropyle pollen tube enters embryo sac. Ovule contains embryo sac, in which structure such as female gamete called egg cell is present. This egg cell fuses with one male gamete to form zygote, and which finally forms an embryo. Two polar nuclei, which is present in the center, fuses with another male gamete to form an endosperm, which provides nutrition to the growing embryo. Two synergid cells and three antipodal cells are also present. Embryo sac is surrounded by nutritive tissue called nucellus. Chalaza. It is the upper basal part of an ovule. Now students, let's discuss process of fertilization in detail. First step in fertilization is pollination, when pollens are transferred from anther to stigma of a flower. After the pollen grains are deposited on the stigma, they absorb nutrients secreted by the stigma and swell up. Growth of pollen tube is stimulated. From one of the germ pore in the exine, the intine of pollen grain grows into a fine tube called pollen tube. Here you can see this is a pollen tube. The pollen tube grows and passes through the solid style. The tissues of the style are dissolved with the help of enzymes secreted at the tip of pollen tube. Eventually, the pollen tube travels down the whole length of the style into the ovary. Meanwhile, the generative nucleus divides by mitosis to form two male gametes. Pollen tube carrying two male gametes enters embryo sac through micropyle. One of the male gamete fuses with egg cell and forms zygote, whereas the second male gamete fuses with polar nuclei and forms endosperm, and this process is called triple fusion. This endosperm provides nourishment to the growing embryo. Now ovary develops into fruit and ovules develop into seed. Students, as we have discussed, one male gamete fuses with egg cell to form diploid zygote, whereas second male gamete fuses with two polar nuclei and forms endosperm. This process is called triple fusion. Since two fertilizations are taking place, hence it is known as double fertilization. Now students, open page number 4.7 of your books. We will discuss post-fertilization changes. As we have discussed, egg cell fuses with one male gamete to form zygote and finally embryo. Second male gamete fuses with polar nuclei and develops into endosperm. The synergids and antipodal cells disappear. The two integuments develop into seed coat. The outer forms testa and inner forms tegmen. Ovule forms seed and ovary is converted into fruit. Calyx, corolla fall off. Fruit. Fruit is defined as ripened or mature ovary. As we have discussed in post-fertilization changes, ovary forms fruit. Fruit contains one to many seeds. And ovary walls after fertilization forms fruit wall, which is also known as pericarp. Biological significance of fruits. Fruits protect the immature seeds from unfavorable climatic conditions. The seeds remain enclosed in the fruit until they are ready for germination. So fruits are protective in function. When mature, the fruit is brightly colored to attract animals that help in the dispersal of seeds. So fruits help in pollination process. Immature fruits contain repelling substances such as sour acids that provide chemical defense against the animals. Economic importance of fruits. Many fruits forms a part of our food. Many birds and other animals eat fruits as their food. A large number of fruits such as ladyfinger, eggplant are used as vegetables. Fruits are good source of vitamins, minerals, organic acids, pectin and sugars. Some fruits such as the unripe fruits of papaver are used as medicines. Seeds. The mature ovule after fertilization is called seed. Seeds contain a potential plant or embryo. Embryo consists of tiny root and small shoot. If we talk about seed coat, the seed is covered from outside by hard and protective seed coat. Significance of seeds. Seeds helps in the development of new flowering plants. They help in the dispersal of fixed plants. They help in overcoming unfavorable conditions. Now students, you must be able to understand the following questions which is given on page number 4.10. We have discussed fertilization, difference between egg nucleus and endosperm nucleus. What is the fate of each of the following after fertilization? That is calyx, corolla, ovule, ovary, ovary wall, stamens, stigma and style. Discuss the various events that take place during fertilization. List fate of different parts of ovary after fertilization. Study the diagram and answer the given questions. Name the parts labeled as A to I. What is the function of pollen tube? What is the function of stigma? What happens to the ovule after fertilization? Thank you everyone.